Why, hello, you amazing, beautiful people, and welcome back to another March Comes In Like a Lion reaction video. How are all of you doing? You guys good? You guys good? I mean, I have actually, I've bloody missed this freaking anime, if I'm being honest. Seriously, the last few weeks have been a complete mess in terms of my schedule. So my original plan was to have at least an episode of March, April, or Stone come out day after day on this channel, and we would literally just alternate between the few, and that would be the plan. However, I've had to go away multiple times to do multiple things. I've had the half terms coming up and all different stuff, because I haven't even been able to do my movie reactions on the main channel. We're supposed to be reacting to Duranda, we're supposed to be reacting to freaking Tick Tick Boom or whatever it's called. We're supposed to be doing these reactions, haven't even been able to do that. It's been a bloody nightmare. It's been a lot of projects going on, but yeah, it's basically just messed up my schedule. I'm hoping now I can try and get back into the normal schedule. I don't have anything planned for a little while, so we should be able to, and that is kind of my plan. And today I'm going to be doing a recording of all three of those anime that I mentioned a second ago. So hopefully that will give us like a little bit of a step, and then we can start getting back on track, because I really want to need to get back to the movies as well. That was quite a big thing, so we need to make sure we get back to those. Anyway, I'm gonna stop talking. I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of an update at the beginning so you know what's going on behind the scenes. Best place if you want to get this information is on my Twitch or my Rumble. When we live stream, I go over all of this live, so that's where most of the stuff comes from. Anyway, you can find links to that in the description. Without more talking from me, let's continue on with this anime journey and jump into my first time ever reaction to March Comes In Like a Lion, episode 6. Child of God. Pretty heavy title. What's he eating? It's like sweet potato, papaya, mango. It could be anything. Orange. Orange doesn't have green on it though.
どこか行きたい。
どこどこ？レイ君どこ行きたいの？
それは何ですか？少しかじらせてくださいますか？
私はね、ミルキーランドでしょ？あと江ノ島でしょ？
He literally just said, I want to go somewhere. And then that's where they come up with straight away. Like, it could be anything. It could mean anything. But theme park? That's kind of where my brain went as well. Like a beach theme park, kind of that.
肉まんとかエビチリとか杏仁豆腐とか。
Sounds good.
なんだもも、それはお前の遠足で行ったところだろ。
Big potato.
行きたいところだよ、行きたいところ。
よっぽど楽しかったのね、今掘り。ずっと
I
行っ
like
て
how
る
you can see
も
the
んね。
cat trying to get the food.
お姉ちゃんはどこ行きたいの？そうね。海が綺麗でのんびりできるところかな。お昼寝
It's like the
したり、
Maldives.
エステとかアロママッサージとか。
That sounds good. I'm on her side. That's what I want.
黙っててもご飯が出てくるだけで幸せかも。
いつもお世話になっております。
俺は、そうだな。
I love how they immediately said that, because she's the one constantly like cooking and looking after all of them and making sure they're all fine. And then she just wants a break and they're like, thank you so much for being
やっ
amazing.
ぱりお伊勢さんかな。ばあさんも行ってみたいって言ってたし。で、坊主、お前どこへ来てんだ？
I bet he says he doesn't know.
そう言われてやっと気づいた。
Oh,
行きたいところなんてないってことに。どうやら僕はどこかに行きたかったのではなく、どこかへ行ってしまいたかったということらしいのだ。
I get that.
それじゃ桐山は今年の移動教室には不参加と。
I think it's perfectly human for every now and then to have these like moments where you feel like you need to get away. You feel like you want to change. You feel like you need a shift up. Especially for people who just like work really hard and never get those breaks or a holiday or anything. Like it's a normal thing.
まあ順位戦じゃしょうがないよな。お前もうプロだし仕事だからな。
対局は絶対で、二神党までの葬式等以外での危険は認められない。
でも残念だよな。移動教室ったら学生時代の一大イベントなんだけどな。
Ah, okay. So that's got to take priority over
はい
school. I see. He's not allowed to
確かに
forfeit.
僕は少々がっかりしていた。参加できなかったことにではなく、行かずに済むことに内心ほっとした自分にだ。
しかしな、そんなあからさまにほっとした顔してくれるなよ。
しまった、読まれてた。
You knew.
そん
He
な顔
picked
に
up
も
on
ろ
it
出てたの
straight
か。
い
away.
やそれはわかるけどな。お前友達いないし、こんな時だけいきなり喋ったこともないような奴らのグループに放り込まれて雑魚寝で4泊5日は確かにきついっちゃかなりきついだろうけどさ。
っていうか先生、包みましょうよ。もっとこうオブラートに。ストレートすぎますよ。
ま、
It's
プロ
so
棋士
well
に
done,
余分な
isn't
時
it?
間
Like
が
in
ない
terms
の
of
は
its
わか
art
るけど
style.
な。
確かに
It is
対局は
gorgeous to
月に
watch.
数回だが、それは野球やボクシングでいうところの試合と同じようなもので、じゃあスポーツ選手が試合のない日に何をしているか。そう、答えはトレーニング。棋士もスポーツ選手も同じ。試合のない日は練習や勉強をしているのだ。先人たちの残した星の数ほどの棋譜を調べ並べてみたり、同じ棋士仲間で研究会を行って新しい戦法を検討し合ったり。
でもこれじゃお前何のために高校入り直したのかわかんないな。
ですよね。
おい、あっさり認めるなよ。
Is there an anime that has like a really good French dub? That sounds kind of random. Just a little random look behind the curtain. But currently, I am learning French. I've been learning it for a few months now, and I'm like sitting here and I'm thinking, if I was watching French dubbed anime, I feel like that would be very helpful.
家もないし家族もない。
Just wondering if there's like a famously good one.
友達もいない。
Why does she remind me of the
あな
mother
たの
from
話
July
なん
and
て
April?
この世のどこにもないじゃない。
京子の言葉は心のど真ん中に飛び込んできたが、怒りも悲しみも湧き起こらず、ただただその通りだと思った。だからこそプロになりたいと思った。自分の力だけで生活することができれば、そこが自分の居場所になるんじゃないかと思った。
Why is he?
そう
He
思っ
looks like
て
he's
必死に
struggling
バンに
so
食らいついて
much
き
in
た。
this match. Is it a hard match or is he
そして
emotionally
その
upset?
夢は叶って現実となり、
Great OST. Kind of reminds me of In
荷
the
物
House
は
in a
ほとんどな
Heartbeat.
かったので、引っ越しはあっけなく済んだ。
It is curious when he doesn't have any furniture, his boxes are still packed, like he doesn't know what he wants to do, doesn't know where he wants to go. He's a very interesting character. He's just lost in every aspect of his life, clinging on to just the only thing he knows because he knows nothing else.
それからしばらくの間はカーテンもテレビもない部屋で、まるで電池が切れたみたいに、対局と時々学校に行く以外では毎日毎日ただ眠り続けた。なぜだか毎日眠くて眠くてどうしようもなかった。家事は
Sounds like
前
you're
の家で
depressed.
手伝っていたので一通りできたけど、自分一人だけのためにはご飯を炊くことすらめんどくさくてしなくなった。1年目は良かった。今まで積み上げてきたものの貯金で前へ進めた。C 級1組は現在30人。 そのうち10人と対戦をして勝ち星が多い順に2名だけが B 級2組に昇級できる。昇級には全勝かそれに近い勝ち星が必要だった。しかし2年目の今年、
One thing that's curious is they never really talk about him losing. Like, we haven't seen that. We don't know how he reacts to a loss. We don't even know if he has lost. We don't know if he's undefeated. If they have mentioned it, I don't remember them mention it. But it seems to be something they don't really talk about. Even his wins is, like, glossed over. It doesn't seem like it's the point of the anime at all. Despite it being about Shogi, it doesn't seem like it is. Wait, there you go. Wait, hold on. I think he just said he lost 2 matches.
しかし2年目の今年、初めて2連敗を食らった。
There you go.
そして呆然としているうちに昇級する目を失った。
This is a very weird episode, I have to be honest. It's very unstructured. Just as like a flashback. Kind of reminds me of Doka Magica at times, in terms of his art style.
Oyoi de. 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 泳ぎ抜いた果てにやっとたどり着いた島。
What the hell is this?
ここまで来ればもう大丈夫だ。ここにさえ着けば、ここにさえ居続けられれば、あれもこれもと多くを望まなければ、停滞を受け入れてしまえば、思考を停止してしまえれば、もうここはゴールで。そしてもう一度嵐の海に飛び込んで次の島に向かう理由を僕はもうすでに何一つ持ってなかった。
This episode is super strange, isn't it? Like, what is the point here? Is it just to show us where his emotions are right now, where his mindset is, how he's feeling? Because it seems to just be kind of filling in the blanks of his story, but not his actual story, more his like emotional story, like where he is feeling, why he is the way he is. But it's not doing anything specific. It's not saying events that happened or things that happened or what could have caused this. It's being very unspecific, which does make it a tiny bit confusing, but also very artistic. And I think that's the point. There's no defining moment or event. It's just all over the place. I still don't know how I feel about March Comes In Like a Lion. I think the anime is one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen. But slice of lives aren't really my kind of vibe. If there's no, like, point, I find it hard to latch onto a story. And at the moment, with March Comes In Like a Lion, I don't feel like there is a significant point. I don't know where we're going, I don't know what the point is.
初めて見たとき、そう思った。
That doesn't mean I don't like it, for people who start thinking that. Just means I'm having a hard time understanding.
その初めてがいつだったか思
Kind of
い
reminds
出
me
せ
of
ない。
him. Reminds me of him a lot, actually. They're very similar. Is that like his brother? Or something?
そのくらいずっと前から当たり前にそこにあった。そうや当時。
Why are they so similar? Maybe they're going through the same thing emotionally.
僕たちの国の神様の子供。
今日はサッカーボールみたいなあのおにぎりじゃないんだな。
先生。
さすがにもう外は寒いか。でもここだって寒いだろう、かなり。桐山、見てくれこれ。新しい将棋現代。乗っちゃった。詰将棋交差点。
あ、本当だ。すごいじゃないですか。ああ、なかなか綺麗にできてますね。3一角2三玉1三金同桂3三角成1四玉1三角成同玉2三金1四玉2六桂同金2四馬まで13手詰めですね。
早っ。作るの1週間、解くのは一瞬ですよね。プロですものね。
Okay, so what was that? What am I looking at there? I'm guessing it's kind of like a Sudoku or something. Like when you send in these, basically magazines will have these kind of like games that you need to work out, and people can work them out like a crossword, and that's a shogi version. And that guy sent his one in.
そうや名人か。すごいな今期も。鬼神、清流、玉将、もうすでに3つ防衛か。どんな人なんだ？
どんな人なんでしょうね。
会ったことないのか？同じプロでも。
会ったというより見たことなら。クラスも違うし、今タイトルはほとんど宗谷名人が持ってるから、トーナメントで会うことももうほぼないですし。
俺と同い年なんだよなこの人。でも10代の頃から全然顔が変わんないんだよ。なんかこう時間が止まってるっていうか不思議なんだよな。初めて見たのは俺が中学生の時の中学生プロ誕生って特集だったっけ？そうだ。そういやお前のこと初めて見たのもこの本の同じ特集でだったっけ？ああ、そっか。こうやって目の前にいると忘れちゃうけど、お前本当はすごいやつなんだよな。一人ぼっちでポツンと昼飯食ってるけど、ここでは本当いるかいないかわからないけど。
先生、だからもうちょっとオブラートにくるんで。
It's interesting how accurate that is, how people kind of neglect things that are like close to them. I speak to a lot of people who are British all the time about this, especially ones who live in London. Because when I talk to tourists who come to London, they talk about how awesome it is and all the things they got to see and this is amazing, that's amazing. I think London is pretty good for like visit as a tourist. There's so much to do. There's some cities I've been to in the world where there's nothing to do and you're a bit disappointed. London is just endless amounts of things to do, especially if you know someone who knows what to do. And the reason I'm saying this is because it isn't just exclusive to cities, it's the same with people. If someone's very close to you, you tend to overlook
競技
that.
界の歴史の中で中学生でプロになった人間は今までたったの4人。そしてその4人はその後全て名人になるかタイトルを取っている。けれどその5人目である僕は。
期待してますよ。あなたは未来の名人と言われてるんですから。
天才もたまには不調くらいあるよね。
Is he in a slump, is he?
おいおい、どうしちゃったのさ。しっかりしてよ。未来の名人なんだからさ。
天才とか言われていい気になっちゃってるんじゃないの？
I thought he was still doing really well. 'Cause
僕は
mind isn't in it anymore.
すごくないです。全然すごくないんです。
俺やるよ、勝つ。ほらあれだ、勝負に勝つってね。じゃないな。多分この場合は己に勝つだな。
ああ、そうか。先生、連敗のこと。
さてな桐山、来月になったらもっと寒いぞ。
He's a pretty great teacher, isn't he? He knows exactly what to say, even though he says he wishes he was more tactful. Sometimes the best people to talk to are the ones who aren't. There's two different kinds of friends, right? There's the shit ones and the good ones. And the shit ones will be tactful. They'll be nice and polite and tactful and watch what they say, and those ones suck. No one wants friends like that, man. Fuck those friends, alright? You think you do? No, you don't. You are the ones who tell you exactly how it is. If you're being a dick, they're going to call you a dick. If something's wrong, they're going to say something's wrong. If you got a bogey on your damn face, they're going to say, there's a bogey on your damn face. Those are the friends you
お
want.
前もそろそろ
Those
教
are the
室
people
で
you
食べ
need.
られるように。つっても教室で一人で食べるってのも目立っちゃってあれかな。辛いよな。
だから先生オブラートに包んで。
And there you go.
あ、そっか、破けてるんですね先生のオブラートって。きっと。
あ、じゃあ俺が一緒に食ってやろうか。
先生余計目立つと思うんです。
桐山はな、試験の成績はいいんだけどな。でもお前がもう一回学校に入ってきたのって勉強がしたかったからじゃないよな。多分。
言い当てられて何も言えなかった。
What does he want? What does he
11
actually
月
want?
僕に3つ目の黒星がついて
What's a black star?
炭を飲んだような気持ちになった。頭では分かっているのに動けないのはなんでだ。勝つ理由がないとか言いながら負けると苦しいのはなぜだ。中途半端だ僕は。何もかも。
あ、レイちゃん？
お、ひなちゃん。
It's the slump busters, man. The slump busters. This family always bringing him out of his emotional slump.
レイちゃんも商店街？私もね、本屋さん行くんだ。一緒に行かない？
She's so bubbly, bless her. Such a sweetheart.
レイちゃん最近来ないね。ゆうべ餃子だったんだよ。皮から作ったの。すごく美味しかったんだから。来ればよかったのに。
うん。
Has he been getting in invitations or not really anymore?
の
Ah, dear.
350円、190円、100円。
Subtle.
買ってあげようか。
いいよ、悪いし。
いやいいよ全然。100円だし。はい、どうぞ。
ありがとう。
Ha. Nah. I actually saw a video where a guy, it got like mixed things, but I thought it was actually kind of sweet. And it was this guy was dating this girl. They were dating each other, and she has a younger sister, and she's quite younger. So what they came up with was an idea where he took out the younger sister for a date to show her how a normal date should go, how a guy should act, how it should be. And you get all the weirdos in the comments that are like, that's dodgy, that's weird. But there was a bunch of people that were like, that's actually really smart. And I'm one of those people. I think it is really smart. Because in a situation like this, you have a younger girl, and she could be taken out by a douchebag who's just going to be awful. And she will assume that's normal. That's her first experience at something like that. But if she's had like a practice date with someone who is kind and respectful and has like no romantic feelings, is just showing her like how someone should act, then when she goes out on a date, she'll know if she's found a good guy because he'll treat her the same way. I think it's a good idea. Man, I want a milkshake. I don't know if that is one, but that's what I want.
レイちゃんやっぱり。
They love these slow head turns, don't they? It's like the favorite thing. It's like they love them, man, all the time. You get like 9 an episode.
レイちゃん泣いてた。涙がポーロポーロしてた。
きっと思い出しちゃったんだね。レイちゃん最近来ないね。そうね。でも今は少しそっとしといてあげましょう。そういう時もあるものよ。お姉ちゃんはああ言っていたけれど。 レイちゃんはいつも静かで大人っぽいけれど、でも泣き虫なところもあるから心配なの。
She's such a sweetheart.
だから
Such a sweetheart.
うちにおいでよ。
She's such a
一緒にご
sweetie.
飯食べよう。
She's such a sweetie, and she's right. She's right. He needs emotionally snapping out of this, or slapping out of this. Is that the end? Huh? Well, there's an after credit scene by the looks of it. I was gonna say it felt like a really quick episode. Yeah, he's clearly in this slump, both mentally, well, just mentally, really, isn't he? I mean, he seems to be struggling. There's something bothering him, and if you just, I always say, like, you should never let people stew in an argument or when they're sad or anything. I don't believe there's any such thing as like giving people like their space. And some of you can be like, Luke, that's well wrong. But it's true. If someone is upset, angry, frustrated, anything like that, I think address the fucking situation there and then. Go have a chat, go have a conversation. Because when you sit there and you stew on it, it only ever gets worse. It never gets better.
うちにおいでよ。
That's at least how I feel about it. Let me get rid of that thing at the bottom. It's annoying.
改めて思った。このひなちゃんという子は小さいけど優しくて
She
とても
is.
しっかりしているのだ。でも中学生に心配される高校生って一体。
It's true, bro. You're a crazy son of a bitch, but we love you.
ひなちゃんは妹の面倒を見て家のことも手伝ってお店の手伝いもして、あかりさんなんてみんなの世話をきちんとして、和菓子屋さんの方も銀座のおばさんの店も手伝って、みんなものすごい頑張っているのに。そうだよな。なんで俺は俺のことだけですぐいっぱいいっぱいになってしまってるんだろう。情けない。ひなちゃん
Brain freeze. She got brain freeze, didn't she? What is she actually drinking? Is it a milkshake? Might be a milkshake, you know? I want a milkshake. God damn it, man. I was thinking about this last night, actually. She definitely got brain freeze.
おう川本
No, she didn't.
ひなちゃんの好きな。お友達かな。ここどうぞ。僕はもう行くんで。気まずい。何を話したらいいのかしら。スポーツマンとなんて話したことないよ。
This is well weird. That's where it ends? But what about the... Oh, fuck's sake. What about the conversation? How did it go? What is the next episode going to pick up with them there? Also, I was wondering, because if he decided to just leave, would that mean he then wouldn't go for dinner? Because I definitely feel like he needs to. Has he had this like 2-game slump since he had his Night of Tears? Is that when this has all started? Has something been unlocked in him and it sort of triggered this slump that he's been on? Was he doing really well prior to that? Because he is a very good player, but he doesn't seem to be like growing. I presumed watching this that he was like one of the best. Like they call him a prodigy and this sort of stuff, but maybe that was more his younger years. Maybe now he's older, he isn't considered one of the best, but maybe you can still make a fairly decent living, and where he is still very impressive for his age. Maybe it's something along those lines, right? Could be. They don't really seem to talk about it too much. They attempted to this episode, but kind of left a lot of that out. Like, how good is he? How, like, he's in different ranks to this other guy. Is he like going up? We now know he's losing games. Like, how big of a deal is that? As someone who doesn't really know anything about the shogi world, these are sort of questions that would be interesting to sort of know in in the shogi stuff that he's doing, where he sort of ranks, where he sits. What's that like? But I imagine the entire reason that March Comes In Like a Lion doesn't really tell us about these kind of things is because they're not massively relevant, and that's why it sort of leaves them out. And they're not really big or important to the story, which again makes sense. But that's the thing, I don't really know what the story is here. I don't. It's not my usual kind of style. Like I said, slice of lives aren't really something I would go for, and I definitely feel like this is a slice of life. It's way better than I would have expected. I didn't think it was going to be, but it is, and it's better, I'd say. I really think the art style is stunning. I know I complimented every single reaction, but it just is. It's a very pretty freaking anime. They've done it very well, and it's very unique in its style too. Reminds me of like a cross between Madoka Magica and Erased. But then it also reminds me of an anime movie, but I can't work out which one. And I love the sound of cicadas. Gives me a very Steins Gate kind of feel. But yeah, it's just very, very pretty to watch. The story is interesting. Even though it doesn't feel like it has any kind of direction, the entire point is just to see how people emotionally overcome. Basically, it's just about emotions. Different kinds of emotions. That's the thing here. Watching someone overcome a crush or a loss or a work issue, just any kind of emotional growth or progression, seems to be the main point in March Comes In Like a Lion. At the moment, I don't feel like there's any story to like latch onto. You're just kind of just watching people cope with everyday emotions. And I imagine that for a lot of people who have these kind of emotional struggles, it's nice to feel seen watching an anime like this. That's how I imagine. I can relate to some parts, and I can't relate to others. I mean, that's kind of the point. It's supposed to be something for everybody. When you can watch this, you can put yourself in the character's shoes and see that you're not alone, and maybe learn how to deal with it a little bit. I don't know. Feel like some weird anime therapy session. I'm curious to see how this conversation is going to go, though, because I already felt well awkward, and she blew it. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed my reaction. Thank you so much for watching. I'm going to try and get back on schedule, so we'll try. Anyway, like, subscribe, have an awesome freaking day. That's it from me. As always, my friends, you will see me in the next video.